My dear friends, my dear fellow travelers, the real truth seekers, today a new journey is starting. You will see by and by we will reach to all the most important literature from the all over the world. My purpose here is that anywhere in the world, if a single person is thirsty, he he should be invited, he should be reached. In the old days, it was said that thirsty has to reach to the well. But in today's new era, new world, modern technology era, in this digital era, well has to reach to the thirsty by maybe internet's pipeline, maybe any software, maybe any other source. Message has to be reached and seekers are invited here for the inner growth. From all over world, I am inviting you for your inner growth. Please come follow me. Today I am reading a great book named Listen Little Man. You will see many spiritual insight in this book. So, without any delay, I am starting this and you enjoy this literature, this thought, and by slip towards your inner journey. So, now I am ready. Introduction. Listen, Little Man is a human and not a scientific document. It was written in the summer of 1945 for the archives of the Oregon Institute without the intention of publishing it. It was the result of the inner storms and conflicts of a natural scientist and physician who watched over decades, first naively, then with amazement, and finally with horror, what the little man in the street does to himself, how he suffers and rebels, how he esteems his enemy and murders his friends, how wherever he gains power as a representative of the people, he misuses this power and makes it into something more cruel than the power which previously he had to suffer at the hand of individual sadists of the classes. This start to the little man was a quiet answer to gossip and defamation. For decades, the emotional plague has tried again and again to kill Oregon research, not to prove it incorrect, but to kill it by defamation. Oregon research carries a very heavy responsibility for human life and health. This fact justifies the publication of this talk as a historical document. It seemed necessary for the man in the street to learn what goes on in a scientific workshop and also to learn what he looks like to an experienced psychiatrist. He must learn to know reality, which alone can counteract his d- disastrous craving for authority. He must be told clearly what responsibility he carries, whether he works, loves, hates, or gossips. He must learn how he becomes a fascist, be it the black or red variety. He who fights for the safeguarding of the living and the protection of our children must need be against the red as well as the black fascist. Not because today the red fascist, like the black fascist before him, has a murderous ideology, but because he turns lively and healthy children into cripples, robots and more moral idiots. Because with him the state comes before right, the lie before truth, war before life, because the child and the safeguarding of the living in the child remains our only hope. There is only one loyalty for the educator and physician, that to living in the child and the patient. If this loyalty is strictly adhered to, the great questions of foreign politics also find their simple solution. Thank you. We will continue it later on tomorrow. So, thank you for your patience. See you next day tomorrow. Namaste.